The executives are the most responsible from the RBI point of view, because ultimately the board is responsible for reporting compliance to regulators. Akshi AI, which is our AI agent,
Our AI bot.
our AI bot. That fellow is a chatbot. He is available to all on call. In every screen, that fellow will come and look at the guy. Hey, you want anything from me? You tell me no. Akshi AI.
Okay.
Akshi AI, pick up a button, he will give what they want. So, Akshi AI is like an invisible eye available to them throughout the system.
So what I understand is compliance today is as much about proof as it is about the process. So how would you explain the accountability aspect across the teams here?
Yeah, in fact, this point, we deliberated in depth, and of course, we have taken some input from audit firms also. So, what we have done, we have ensured that every compliance obligation is mapped to individual, not to any department or branch in general, but to individuals. So, once you map an obligation to an individual, then he becomes accountable and responsible for reporting compliance of that status of the compliance. Okay, that is very important. So, as an individual, I am responsible. I can't, even if I go on leave, I should ensure that I hand out to some other person to take action rather than simply go on leave. We go on leave without doing that, without reporting the compliance status of any item that is pending with me, then it becomes a problem for the entity, that is bank. So, be ensured it goes to individual. Okay. How do we do that? Individual. So, we are defining individually a role. So, in one department, like risk department, one person can do risk scoring, another person can do risk underwriting, another person can do risk management. Like that, there will be different users. So, we can define the role, because any obligation or any regulatory communication or risk management will span across these functions in a risk department. So, it is not that one individual doing all. So, it will be different people.
Correct.
So, different obligation will go to different people, and they have to report that they are adhering to the RBI circulars or communication. So, this is the second important thing, role. Meaning what? Role-based accountability.
Role-based accountability.
User-based accountability, then role-based accountability. Then everything is monitored by CCO at the highest level. When communication is coming, how it is being processed, what is the status. So, CCO cannot escape any accountability and responsibility, because he will have access to the data and he can take action, pull the people. I told you, he can call and all those things and all that. So, CCO's accountability is established. Board accountability is established, because they need not even wait for CCO to give a report. Any report which the CCO has to send, the board can automatically generate from our system and monitor. So, board cannot even take a stand that the report has not come, so like that.
Right.
So, the entire accountability and responsibility across the banking system is enforced during the definition of assigning to individual, roles, and then functions. So, CCO is a function, role is what they are doing, and individual is the person who is responsible. Individual, role, and function heads. These three covers the entire accountability related thing. And of course, we have audit trail, and then there is a user chat. People can chat between one and ask for clarification.
Correct.
These user chat are tracked in the system. It is stored in the system, and RBI comes. Suppose somebody says, now how do you take action on this?
Okay.
Sir, I took guidance from head office.
Okay, so they can communicate from different branches in the chat itself.
Exactly.
Okay.
How prove me. So he can open the chat and say, look, what I have done. He has asked me to do like this, I have done.
Okay.
Tracked. So no chat no communication. Mail, chat, phone call, everything is embedded in our system. Anytime you can show and say, I have taken an action on this and this is the proof. So, there is a proof of evidence for action taken, and there is an accountability across individual role and functional heads.
Yeah.
And also for any reporting of complaints, the user can define for you to report complaints, you have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the reporting person should upload a document or a statement that I have done all these things. AI will check whether he has done it correctly or not.
Oh, this is after taking help, after getting right suggestions,
Yeah,
and then showing that yes, I have completed these tasks. Okay.
AI is pressed into service. AI will check whether he has completed all. Let us say 5 years to do, only 4 years then he is uploading. AI will reject it.
Oh.
So it will ensure 100% matching. So there is a matching model we have built, AI matching model. So based on matching, based on text, based on scores, it will do all those things and then allow him to click complaints. Otherwise, he cannot click complaints. It will show as pending.
So AI here is actually extracting all the circulars. That is one task. Apart from that, even the doubt clarification aspect also in the chat box, it's picking that as well.
Exactly. Okay. Everything is inbuilt into the. There is one more thing. AI will compare two circulars and say what is new in the second circular compared to the previous circular.
Oh. Okay, so we have to be in pace with AI now.
Yeah. That's why it is the emerging technology we have used very extensively actually. Of course, make a checker, I told you, anything you can do, and then there are certain, not all complaints the user can simply, say I have complained. No, when complaints is dependent on data from core banking system, this is a very important point, and you flag it as a transaction based and critical, then unless the data is extracted from core banking to justify the complaints, it will not allow reporting complaints. Very unique to our product.
That's really fantastic, sir. I mean, there is, because the previous aspect which you explained, it saves so much time. If this was to be done manually, imagine the chaos that would happen within the department, within the office, moving here and there to get, checked all these improvements are done and aligned with whatever is needed. This is absolutely fantastic, sir.
That's like this. There are a lot of unique features. We are not in that category. We are in a different league. As I said, it is enterprise class.
Correct.
What typically happens in enterprise, we have tried to map it: accountability, proof of evidence. But the beauty, you need not insist proof of evidence for all complaints. So we categorize it. Only for certain category you can insist on proof of evidence. Okay. For others, you can simply allow him to report complaints. So let us say branches having ATM. Okay. Now communication will come on ATM security.
Okay.
The branches are supposed to have 24/7 security guard in the ATM kiosk. What proof you can give? You can say this is being implemented or this is being followed in my branch. The branch having ATM.
Whether we have a security guard.
This communication will go to only branches having ATM.
Okay.
And the branch manager will say we are having security guard 24/7 on 3-shift basis for ATM. He will simply say complaint. That's all. ATM is an external entity, so you cannot have proof. Another example I am telling you now.
Okay.
And it's very interesting. See, banking is very complex. So there are certain things you can insist on evidence. There are certain things you have to let go. For example, is cash movement from one branch to another branch. When there is an excess cash in a branch, it has to send it to currency chest, where it is stored. There are regulations relating to that. These are all physical activities. The cash van should come. They will only say we have followed the regulation relating to moving the cash. That's all they can say. They cannot give a photograph.
Exactly, right.
So like this, there are certain things you have to let go by merely stating complaints. But there are certain things they will not allow you without giving proof coming from database.
Right.
So that is the beauty of the whole thing now. This completes the accountability and proof of evidence. So there is accountability across, there is proof of evidence selectively.
Okay. So how about the usability and the user interface with Comply 360?
Yeah. But of course, as I was telling you, open source screens are user friendly, and we have cut down manual input to a major extent using AI. So very minimum data entry only is there. Mostly it will be click and send kind of a thing.
Okay.
So very few cases where there will be some entry. Even that also there will be a drop down and he can select and all. So
Okay.
we avoid maximum data entry. We avoid actually. So there's one important thing.
Data entry is indeed a very tedious thing.
They won't be nowadays. People are all everybody they want to like they are
Yeah.
used to all using mobile phone and other
Yeah.
thing. Where and of course in mobile phone I feel they use 2 fingers and do, but in computer you cannot do that. It is not required also. So we have designed in such a way that the process flow is very smooth in the whole product actually.
Okay.
If you ask me, because I was saying it's enterprise class, sir, how a bank will be, describe a bank which will be using this product on a daily basis.
On a daily basis, correct.
How they will use.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let me start with the administrator. Any enterprise class, Yamini, you need an administrator to administer the system. It is by default, administrator is required. Because the administrator is a techno functional kind of a person who will ensure the masters are updated and a lot of updation will happen, and then EOD, BOD process are all done correctly and things like that. So the administrator role every day will be to ensure that all these things are all done. So administrator comes every day, sits before his monitor or this one and ensures certain things are done correctly in our system.
Right.
Then what happens? CCO, the Chief Compliance Officer, every banking entity today has to have mandatorily and as per RBI regulation also to appoint a Chief Compliance Officer. He is a single most important person to ensure all regulatory complaints are properly complied in the bank which he is working. He could also be a single point of failure also if he is not having a bird's eye view of what is happening. So what the CCO will come, he will simply look at the dashboard, look at the news circular, where what is pending, why it is pending, everything he can monitor using our system. That's what he will do. When the last communication has come, any new communication has come, which
He
is
doesn't have to deep dive much. It's everything.
everything is automated.
on-
Here he has to only see whether things are all moving quietly and
Right.
where it is pending, how long it is pending, that kind of a thing.
Correct.
What the departmental head do? Departmental head has got a role. Departmental, what I mean is that typically in a head office, there will be credit department, there is a business development department, there is a inspection department, there is an IT department. These are all various risk department. There are various departments. They will all be looking at the complaints relating to their department. They are not like CCO. CCO is overview. Because he is the connection between the board and the departments.
Correct.
And department will confine to only their own regulations relating to their department. Typical of the true function of the departmental head in our solution also, every department is a head. He will be coming and looking at communications related to department. That way, our system allows segregation of regulation department wise. It's automatically done.
Oh, okay.
So that is automatic. That means it is configurable by the user. This regulatory department can go to this department in my bank. So once you have done the mapping, then all the communications and regulations and complaints relating to that, the departmental head can monitor. He cannot escape. It's accountability.
Right.
Because individual, I told you,
Right. So the other departments will not be able to say what the software has sent to some other department, you're saying.
See, regulations, now currently at the departmental head level, we are not restricting at that particular thing.
Oh.
Because even by looking at it, why they will not get it the headache of monitoring that.
Correct.
They will confine to only their own monitoring.
Okay.
But view is given, if I am a head office person, then the view is given to all at the head office level, not branch level.
Oh.
Branch level confined to only their own branch.
Okay.
regional office level will be confined to their own regional office, branches coming and their regional office, hierarchy based.
The department is something that other
Department
departments
is
can
at the
see.
highest level
Right.
in head office, so they will be able to look at the bank as a
Okay.
whole. So that is one
So
thing.
with for the respective department, they will check that and
The
comply.
respective one, they will check. They have a responsibility,
Right.
but they will have a view of
Other departments
other
also.
department
Got it,
status
got it.
also.
Understood.
That we are not restricting at this point in time.
Okay.
Then what individual users are doing, a head office user or a typical level, he will come and see what is the regulation that has come, what he has to take action, he will take action on that. He will send it to ATM branches or gold loan branches, whatever that he was telling you, that is responsibility.
Correct.
Suppose a branch user, I come and there are regulations that my branch has to report, like a gold loan branch, and there is a user who is designated to report complaints. He will come and he will look at the complaints and report complaints, done or not done. He can keep it pending, he can keep it in progress, or he can report complaints. I told you, complaints reporting has got multiple categories. With the proof of evidence, without proof of
Without
evidence.
proof of
If it is without proof of evidence, he will simply click and say complaint.
Okay.
Like I gave the example of
ATM
ATM
example, right.
cash. If it is with the proof of evidence, he has to do some processing.
Correct.
And then upload a document, which AI will check.
Right.
So that is a thing. And then there are other things like data and other thing and all that. So I explained to you that what an administrator will do, what a CCO will do, what a departmental head will do in terms of functionality relating to the compliance, and what the various users will do. Now the leftover is only executives. The executives are the most responsible from the RBI point of view, because ultimately the board is responsible for reporting compliance to regulators. So they would like to know what is happening on a day-to-day basis. But what we are now giving is that we are giving a mobile app that they will be able to see not on a daily basis, but on hourly basis. What is happening on an hourly basis in real time.
Right.
From various, the status of regulatory compliance from multiple regulators, which are being handled in their bank. That is the beauty of the mobile app. So the executive can periodically look at the mobile app, select the regulator, select the department. We have multiple filters, so you can use the filter and select it. For example, in respect of KYC complaints, where do I stand? Or in respect of credit facility to inclusion category means small and marginal people.
Right.
Now what we have done, what is the current status? They can do all those things by just clicking a few things by touching the mobile phone actually screen, they will be able to know. And wherever they feel somebody has to be pulled out or pulled up rather, they will call them or they will send a mail, they will chat with them and all. So this covers the general people involved in the complaints, basically. That's the landscape.
Correct.
But there is one guy who is sitting there, which is called Akshi AI, which is our AI agent.
Our AI bot.
Our AI bot. That fellow is a chat bot. He is available to all on call. In every screen, that fellow will come and look at the guy. Hey, you want anything from me? You tell me no. So every user of my system can talk to the chat bot. Talk to means that they can ask a query. They can choose a topic and say what I should do in respect of this particular regulation. What are the checklists for complaints? All those things they can ask. Apart from chatting with the users, they can also chat with my Akshay. Akshay, click of a button, he will give what they want. So Akshay is like an invisible eye available to them throughout the system, and every screen is available for them to take help.
Right.
So this
Akshaya is like the cherry on the cake for Comply 360.
Exactly. That's a beauty. So this summarizes my whole compliance system. What we have done. Initially thought as a small system. So we decided it has to be enterprise class. It has got with a long-term look, and the company has invested a lot of money in the product, and we are looking at taking to the market in a big way.
Truly, sir. I mean, the explanation that you've given and the features that you explained, It absolutely sounds like a top-notch compliance product. So, did you? I mean, if you ask me, I feel okay. There's all the necessary things that are needed to get the compliance right. But do you think is there anything else that you want to add or enhance in Comply 360?
Yeah. See, generally, this product so far, what I have described, what I will say, it is a subject matter expert like me, who is a banker and who also knows typically how the compliances are managed. It was managed from the pre-nationalization era till now. So we have thought about various scenarios and we have built it. But when we actually look at the market expectation is always one step ahead of what we have.
Right.
For example, if you go into a particular NBFC, they say, I deal with only these regulations. Can you preload that and give it to me? So they are expecting, even though I allow them to load,
Right.
they say, we want a preloaded complaints basket,
Okay.
exclusively designed for my company or my bank,
Okay.
and then we will process it. So these kind of challenges comes. So we need to look at it. This expertise is there with them. They want us to build that expertise on behalf of them, which will normally come with during the engagement. But even before the engagement, they want us to do it and give it to them. So this kind of challenges. So we are looking at the vertical wise, pre-building the compliances, obligations for any entity. When I say pre-build, what they would have otherwise done, we will do it on their behalf.
So you're looking at crossing the banking and financial sector and go beyond that.
Gone beyond what they would have otherwise done internally,
Okay.
we want to bring it into the product itself as a module and give it to them.
Okay.
For example, we already give 10-year RBI circular.
Right.
That itself is okay. But they say 10-year RBI circular means it's a huge universe, communication. Extract only what is relevant for me and give.
Yeah. What I was trying to ask is, I mean, are you looking at expanding it beyond the banking industry?
Now, currently our thinking is, though the product is typically, applicable to
BFSI.
any other vertical,
Okay.
but we want to focus only on BFSI particular. I told you that BFSI universe itself is a huge universe.
Right.
So we need to focus and also we need to, what I will say, we need to create a clone of our product, a clone for every vertical. For example, let us say there is a NBFC which is involved only in co-lending. So their requirement of compliance will be different from a NBFC which is involved in micro lending, or an NBFC involved in lending to small groups, self-help group, microfinance basically.
Okay.
So we need to cater to this. They say, you give me a capsule for my business. So business specific compliance capsule we have to create and give it in the product, put it in the product and give it to them for monitoring.
Okay.
So that is one thing which will be quite interesting, so which we have to do that actually.
Right.
Another thing is that taking the product into the next level of integrating with the core banking solution or any other banking solution which the bank is using, and look for non-compliance in respect of every compliance.
Okay.
There are data specific non-compliance. So try to extract the data relating to non-compliance and show it to executives so that they know. It is just like, these are all you are giving me to report I am okay. But tell me where I am not okay.
Okay. Right. So
That kind of
that's
a
more
thing.
important.
That is more important for any bank. That's a very challenging one. So that we are going to, we have got that background. I have got a core banking background. So we should be able to do that.
Right.
That's these two are that in the thought process.
Okay. That absolutely sounds very, amazing about how this works. So, if I can ask you, how many companies have so far shown interest in this fantastic product of ours?
Quite interesting, because my day starts with probably my calendar is always having one demo or other every day. that kind of a thing. What we have covered is only, I will say 20-30% of what we have listed to be covered.
Right.
That's the kind of potential is there. Now, the demo itself consisting of multiple types. One demo I call it as a plain vanilla demo. What is a product? We would have already set up with some sample data. We will show it to them. That's one demo. They will understand. Any banker will understand what is the product. That's a plain vanilla demo. The second is configurated demo. That is, I know which is the entity that is asking for a demo. I do some research on the net. I convert the sample data into very specific to that line of
You
business.
tailor it according to them.
Like you say, curated, so it's a curated demo, I will say, for them. This is the second case. But that will take some time, maybe at least one day for me to do the setup. When we do the setup, the look and feel itself, we will say change it with the particular bank's logo. Everything will be changed. For them, they will understand as if the product is working for them. That kind of a thing. The third one is use case based demo. So somebody will say, no, this is the use case I am handling. This is a case that I am handling in my bank. This is how the processing is done. You retrofit this into your product and show. That is a third type of demo.
Right.
Through you, I would like to appeal to anyone, any banker who is watching this video, that we are always willing to give any of the three types of demo for you. That's it. So we have demos, and so far we have given some 20 demos so far.
So that's a good
Some
start.
of the demos are in a very advanced stage of discussions.
Right. So I think with the product effectiveness that you verbally expressed right now, I'm sure it's got a bright future, and I hope there are many banks who are in dire need for this kind of compliance, where a lot of time is saved and their compliance is on point.
Yeah, sure.
So all the best for the product, sir, and thank you so much for spending so much time with us and explaining, taking us through right from your banking journey to the ultimate product called Comply 360 and the wonders it probably will continue to do in the future.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being part of the podcast, sir.
Thank you, Amini. Glad to meet you again.
Thank you, sir. We're looking forward to meet you again with another expert talk.
Sure.
So viewers, here ends our series with DR, who has been an expert in orchestrating banking solutions for numerous banks. And I'm sure that the episodes that we covered so far and the journey that our guest had has inspired you and offered you great insights about how the banking world is leading. So I'm sure that it was useful, it was interesting for you all throughout the episodes. We'll meet you once again with yet another expert in some other sector probably, but we'll catch you soon. Thank you so much for being with us.